Okay, Sister Mary, tell us about your newspaper. You say you are a longtime newspaper reader, and what's important to you, and what your reaction was when you found out we were going to go to that.
Okay, well, first of all, I am a newspaper reader. I'm a real newspaper person, and I'm not, as I said to you, I'm not of the generation that likes to get my news off the computer. I like my hands on the newspaper, morning coffee in the morning, and a little more leisure time on the weekend. But when I first read that you were going to this format last week, my understanding was that there was going to be more of a focus on local news. And I thought to myself, does that mean we're not going to get the national and the global news? Because the reason I get a newspaper is to keep on top of world news, national news. And I get the local paper because I do want local news. I don't want the local news of some other town. So that's that, number one. So.
And you also said there's a certain writer you always look for.
Never, ever, ever, hear this, never, ever cut Lois Henry loose. Never, capital N, etc., etc.
You should look in the camera and say that.
Never, ever cut Lois Henry loose, and I mean never, or I'm cutting loose.
That's coming from a higher source.
Wow. And then, Sister Mary, you also mentioned you like these little.
I like those. I don't know what you call them. They're little strips of just little blurbs of what's going on globally, nationally, as well as locally, and it just kind of at least lets you know what's going on in the world if you haven't had a chance to watch the news. And that's another reason I like the newspaper. I don't have the opportunity all the time to watch the local and national news on TV. My schedule just kind of leaves me out of that.
Okay.
Call it a Beagle mix, if you will, but she takes time out of my life.